Mike, when it comes to your captain, we haven't talked to you since Sacco's benching of him in overtime last weekend. How do you think that he handled that?
First of all, that is a dangerous game to play if you're Joe Sacco. I mean, has this guy ever given you less than 100%? Sometimes he gives you too much, but there's no reason to think that there's anything but, passion in his heart for the game and for the team. That's a tough play right there. That could be a coach killing kind of move. I remember when Steve Casper benched Cam Neely and Craig Janey many, many years ago, and that spelled the end of his time behind the bench. But I didn't know why. Maybe he thought didn't have the jump in his legs. I mean, he's a 36-year-old guy, and we all recognize that. But I mean, that's a tough call. I don't know what happened there, why that happened, and I question the intelligence of that decision. That's just not something you do to your captain intentionally. Really embarrass him, and especially Marchand, who's given you blood and guts for so many years.
Mike, if you're the Jacobs, and you're saying, all right, maybe talent's the issue, are you then figuring out what you're going to do with Sweeney, or are you figuring out what Sweeney's going to do with Sacco behind the bench? What direction do you think they're going to go in when it comes to front office, and then maybe removing the interim from Sacco and making him the full-time head coach, or looking in a whole nother direction for another new head coach?
I think they have to, from an administration standpoint, I think that group has to be judged within the next year. I don't think they need to go in different direction with Cam or Don Sweeney now, because when we've talked about this, they threw fastballs at their team and made big trades and tried to go for a Stanley Cup, and I agreed with the decisions that they made, and it fell short. Now, was that the coach's problem, or did they misread their talent? I thought we all saw them play brilliant.